I'm Annabelle Daily. This is Simply Artistic. Today my guest is Evan West, a junior at RB with a talent for guitar. Hi, thanks for coming on the show today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right, so what got you started playing guitar?
I guess that there are a lot of factors that led up to me pursuing music, and I guess it'd be my dad. He would show me a lot of classic rock albums that he enjoyed growing up, and I just became obsessed and really enjoyed it, and I just thought it was the coolest thing ever, and that I wanted to replicate what I heard and learn how to play those songs.
So when was that? When did you first pick up the guitar?
I started playing guitar, about 8 years ago. I think I was about 9 or 10.
So is this a potential career interest? Do you think this is what you want to do, or is there something else?
It's most definitely a career that I want to pursue. The way I see it, music has had such a huge impact on my life that I think it'd be wrong not to go into music and pursue it, because I feel as if I want to give back to music what music has given to me and inspire people.
Great. Are you in the band at school?
I'm in jazz ensemble. I play bass guitar in it.
So would you rather be playing in the band or just play solo?
I think I'd rather play with groups, because the rehearsal process is just more fun with being with friends and just other great musicians, and being by myself and just frustrating myself. It's definitely a different vibe to work with other people than by yourself. It's more fun and more of a progressive process.
What's your favorite part about playing the guitar? Like, what kind of draws you to it?
I just love creating something substantial, writing my own music, and learning songs that inspire me and that I enjoy.
Then what's the hardest part?
I think one of the hardest parts of being a musician is pushing yourself, especially with being in high school and having 1,000 other things that I need to be doing. Sometimes it's hard where, I know I have that essay or that test I should study for, but in the back of my mind, I really want to be playing guitar. So it's hard to kind of find that balance between what I'm supposed to do and what I want to do.
Yeah. How often do you practice?
I practice at least 2.5 hours to 3 hours per night.
Oh, wow. What's your favorite type of music to play?
I love all kinds of music. I love playing, well, my stuff, I guess I'd classify it as post-rock. It's an instrumental subgenre of indie music, and it's pretty somber and ambient. I love writing that kind of stuff because there's so much feel to it, but I love playing jazz, blues, and just any other hard rock. I'm into some hardcore bands, so just a little bit of everything.
All right. So do you have like a artist that you really inspires your music?
I think that with my music, it's not just one artist, it's so many. Like 9 Inch Nails is one of my all-time favorite bands, and if you don't know them, they're very industrial and have a lot of amazing studio talent, and I incorporate a lot of that into my music, like intangible sounds and just a lot of really cool studio tricks to throw in there to spice things up a bit, so to speak.
So you already told me you write your own songs. What's the writing process like?
The writing process is usually just me sitting in my room practicing. I just start writing. It's just very straightforward. I start writing, and then I think it's hard, for me at least, to piece together songs like just there by myself. I go to my computer and pull up Pro Tools, and it's a recording software. It's a professional grade, and I just riff things out, record it, and then that's when I can really like piece things together and compose it, because everything's right there in front of me, as opposed to me just being by myself with my guitar, thinking that I know what I'm gonna do, when really it's hard to tell.
Yeah, so do you actually write them down, like write out the music, or do you just kind of record it and remember it?
Both, I guess, because I definitely remember what I write and I record it, but I also transcribe it to potentially copyright it in the future.
All right, so we're almost out of time. Just one more thing. Do you have a name for your guitar?
I like to call it Sandy because it has the sunburst finish, and I just think of sand on the beach, and I love playing on the beach.
So when we return, we're going to listen to Evan perform his original song, Misconstrued. All right, welcome back to Simply Artistic. I'm here with Evan West. He just performed for us his original song. So when did you write this song?
This song actually dates back to about 2 years ago. It was my summer right after my freshman year. I wrote a couple of those riffs and chord progressions, and I didn't really start to perfect it until about last spring, where I went into the studio and recorded just a quick rough demo of it. And it's gonna be re-recorded for, I'm actually in the process of that right now for my album. So that's pretty exciting.
Where'd you get the name idea?
Misconstrued comes from an idea that a lot of people have different ideas and opinions of things, and just simply that.
What's the instrumental from? So you made that yourself?
Yeah, that was a backtrack from the demo that was recorded last spring that I mentioned, and I don't have a band to play these songs with. I'm in a rock band, but they don't prefer to play this kind of music, but I just went into the audio file, edited out the guitar parts that I could play in a live setting, and I used that for whenever I decide to perform this.
So how'd you use those different playing techniques?
Tapping.
Yeah.
It's just a technique that I had seen a lot. I saw it with more shred players like Eddie Van Halen and Tosin Abasi, but I saw it used in a more industrious way with bands like Minus the Bear, writing like actual melodies to be sung over and such, and I thought that was really cool, and I experimented a lot with it and found that I could write some pretty tasteful parts by using that technique.
Now I understand you play this for the talent show. Could you tell me more about that?
I played this for the talent show in October, and this exact same song, and I was placed in the top five performers for that, so that was pretty exciting.
That's great. Do you have this written down in like a physical form, or do you just kind of have it memorized?
I just have it memorized. It's in my computer and the audio file, so in my head too.
Yeah. And then now you're telling me about your album. Could you tell me more about that?
Sure. I'm currently in the process of writing my whole album. It's going to be about 7 songs long. It's just going to be a quick EP, and I'm about 2.5 songs in. I have 2 songs done, and then I'm re-recording this, and then writing several more songs, and I'm going to release it, and I'm searching for distributing companies to get on iTunes and stuff like that. So that's exciting.
Do you ever sing with your songs?
Not for the specific project. I sang in my old band, and I sing over some silly songs that I write, but not so much with this. I prefer the instrumental type deal.
All right, so thanks for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, this was Simply Artistic. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.